I came from a 16-person private practice radiology group. I had been there for 17 years. The group had an exclusive contract with a large suburban tertiary care medical center, as well as my state's largest physician-owned medical specialty group. And I was there for about 17 years. And I remember vividly many mornings walking in saying, is this the way it's going to be until the day I retire? Meaning that I was so unhappy coming into my small, dark, black cubicle, literally in the basement of the hospital, with partitions up so that I couldn't see anybody. And the way things have changed over the years is that fewer and fewer people were walking through the radiology department. So each of the radiologists would be in their own dark cubicle, and you might go the majority of the day without seeing anybody. I just realized after 17 years that I wasn't happy. A combination of the solitary environment, even though I was working in a hospital environment, the horrendous call. We would get in there at 7 or 8 in the morning, and then on a call night, we wouldn't leave until 12 or 1 in the morning. We would have weekend call. The calls became more and more onerous in terms of the volume that we had to get through. Long hours. I remember reading one thing that described where a person's being unfulfilled comes at their work environment, and it has to do with autonomy, when you can't make your own choices. I felt constantly stuck between my radiology group and the hospital administration. I couldn't choose my vacations. We couldn't put two weeks together for a vacation. And it occurred to me that, I would never be able to go anywhere for 3 weeks in a row until I retired. Not that most people do that, but if I did want to do that, there'd be no way for me to be able to do that. And I realized that my personality was slowly changing because of the stress, my unhappiness, and being unfulfilled. I was literally, my personality at work was completely different than my personality out of work. So that led me to looking for something different, and it ended up being vRad. I would start, when I talk about vRad, I would start talking about the people. And you just met Ben. Ben is our chief medical officer, and I would honestly say that I've never met someone as professional, brilliant, and approachable as Ben is. Usually someone may have one of those three characteristics, but not all three combined. Everyone who works at vRad is genuinely interested in doing the best that they can do. It's absolutely a team effort. While they have the interests of the patient at heart, every person aims to make the radiologist's life as easy as possible. They seem to understand that we have enough on our plate reading imaging studies and getting the reports out as quickly as possible, that we don't have to worry, that we shouldn't have to worry about contacting a doctor or speaking to the CT tech to find out why there's not contrast when it's supposed to be a contrast study, or asking any number of questions. So that whole component of radiology, it has been taken care of vRad so much better than I had at my prior job. It was very difficult to get a hold of a referring doctor on any given case. Ben mentioned at length the platform and the workstation that we have, and it truly is second to none. And exactly how he described it, I do not look at the template when I'm dictating. I'm looking at the imaging the entire time. I have macros. The voice recognition system is great. And so basically I will finish a dictation, and only when I'm finished will I look over to the RIS or the template, and then I see my dictation completely finished, and then I either press click to accept it, or on occasion I'll have a couple of edits to make. But the efficiency of the platform is truly incredible. It is seamless, and it makes for a very efficient workflow. I would say at my old job, because of the way private practice works, there are a few pats on the back and affirmations. And I am somebody who, when I work hard, I like to be acknowledged for it. And it seemed like every day I was going into work, was putting in a full day, I was leaving work, and there was very little acknowledgement of the work that I was putting in and whatever help I was doing to help others. vRad is incredible when it comes to letting us know what we're doing, how we're doing. They give us shouts out all the time. I remember several months into the job, Ben actually called me personally just to let me know what a great job I was doing. And so basically the chief medical officer of vRad took the time out just to call me and let me know that I was doing well. Our system allows immediate consults with other radiologists. So even though it may seem that you're working in your home and away from a medical facility, I am actually speaking and in contact with other radiologists, referring physicians, nurse practitioners, technologists, more now than I was at my old job. And so that's been great. The support staff are great. The ease and quickness at which they allow me to contact the referring doctor, all the ACR non-routine communication. I'm sure we all know about the critical results and discrepancies, and if you see something that could potentially be harmful to somebody but it's not urgent, these are all things that need to be called out to a physician. All I do is I click a button. Within minutes, I get a phone call from a person at vRad saying, Dr. So-and-so is on the line. Can you speak with them? I say, sure. And then I speak to the doctor. I open up the report that I just dictated, and I immediately dictate that I spoke to so-and-so at a certain time. So everything is incredibly seamless. I would say being able to work at home, Ben mentioned this, it's great. I work with my dog, Montana. She's a 7-year-old St. Bernard, so she's sitting next to me throughout the day. I have access to my kitchen upstairs. I work in a beautiful office space. It's not a dark, small cubicle with partitions. So it really is a very, very nice work environment.